Alright, so I'm making a video right now. Sorry if I sound a little weird or if I sound out of the blue or my voice sounds weird. I've only been up for like an hour. I told a friend I would make a video to help her get better at the game. And I'm not going to say her name, but if this video tends to help out anybody else who stumbles across this, then good for you, you know. But if it doesn't, it's not my fault. Everybody has their own way of playing this game. So if what I say doesn't help you, then it's not a big deal, because I don't really care. But just a quick tip for my friend. Really good, easy way for me to level up, or for you to level up. Sorry. As you can see, I have a Prestige 4 Warden, almost level 12. And then I have a Prestige 5 Orochi, almost Prestige 6. I currently don't play Orochi, but I do play Warden most of the time now. My Warden was actually Prestige 1 this past Saturday. So as of Saturday that day, I was Prestige 1. And I was Prestige 4 by this Sunday that just passed. So I gained about 3 prestiges, because I was already Prestige 1. So I gained like 3 whole prestiges in like 3 days. But I put the time and effort, and one of the best ways to level up is just, obviously you want to do the daily orders for the steel. You don't get a lot of XP. 600 XP isn't bad. Especially if you're like below level 15, it should help, because between level 1 and 15, until you get to 15, you level up pretty quick, because it takes less than 1,000 XP to level up in each and every individual level. So also do contract orders. Obviously do the ones that you want to do. My friend, she's a peacekeeper. Yes, I know you guys probably gonna get upset. Nobody likes peacekeeper because the light attacks and heavy attacks are super quick. But it's in the game for a reason. That character's there. Personally, I don't have a problem with peacekeepers. I just hate it when they guard break me and they deal bleed damage. That's like the only thing I hate. Because if they do that to you twice, you pretty much have no health. So what I like to do is get a couple orders, especially the ones that give more XP, like this one. These aren't bad, but let's be honest, 500 XP is always better. And the amount of steel you get for extra rewards is good too, so if you want to do the math. But that's 150, 150, 150, that's 300. I might be wrong, that's 350. And then I think that's 450 steel for 3 contract orders. I could be wrong. And then if I'm right, that plus 800 steel. But you get 800 steel every single day, so always make sure you get on every day at least once, just to do these daily orders. As you can see, I have over 14,000 steel. I had 22,000 steel, but I spent it on a lot of these to get my gear rank up. And if I had more salvage, I could have easily, gotten higher gear rank. But as you can see, my salvage is only 5,000, but if I were to upgrade something, it costs a lot of salvage. And look at how much it costs to level up my sword to its final attack. 790 salvage. So imagine me trying to upgrade like 3 different things at level 17. That's like over 2,000. That's a lot. And that's already like a good half of my salvage amount. Plus I'm debating on whether or not, I'm actually not going to fully max out my attack till I get the sword I want. Because I hate this sword and I hate this hilt. So I'm just hoping I find something better. Alright, back to the important stuff. She mains Peacekeeper. It's not a big deal. Peacekeeper is a fast counter attacker, so she's gonna want to really focus on. I don't really know this character's stats because I don't have her unlocked. Actually, no, I do have her unlocked. My bad. I don't have any things for her though. So the best thing, obviously, most characters you're gonna want to focus on max attack. Anybody tells you not to, they're stupid, because realistically, you want to have max attack. You always want to do the most damage possible. When it comes to characteristics and customization, you do whatever you want. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. She is an exclusive female character, so I'm pretty sure everybody knows that. But basically, with this character, the way I see it, it's good to mix up combos and do her combos, not just to spam the same thing, because eventually people do catch on to the way this character's playstyle is. And if you're the type where you just spam the same thing, you're going to get killed easily. So you obviously you can hear, you just come here, you see her counterattacks or her combos. If you really see, look at that, the bleed, look at the health on the character. That's so fucking OP. It's not broken, it's just, it's a little overpowered, don't get me wrong. But always watch these videos once or twice to refresh your memory if you don't play for a while. This character is assassin. Every single assassin, only the assassins, their guard is up only like 2 seconds. So that pretty much means if you don't guard, if you don't continuously switch guards, like let's say if you're guarding right, your guard is going to be white and then eventually it just goes away. So that means if they swing at you from the right and your white meter is going down, you're going to get hit. You're not going to block it. That's why you see Peacekeepers like always switching their guards uncontrollably. Well, not uncontrollably because they do it intentionally. But, so yeah, pretty much Peacekeeper, you know, it's not hard to level her up. Honestly, I could probably get her to Prestige 1 in one day if I wanted to. So yeah, she has pretty nice executions and shit. But with this character, it wouldn't take a long time to level up. You have to put the time, the hard work, and the dedication to get better at this game. So things I'd recommend, I'm not going to use her, but I'm going to use my Warden. So what I usually do, the best thing to do to practice parrying, guard breaking, is to just do a quick game mode of dual 1v1. I'd recommend choosing a level 1 bot, Raider, specifically because Raider is probably one of the easiest characters to like parry and like really practice on because his heavies are so slow. It is like extremely easy to practice with him. Like me personally, I have an easy time like fighting him. So just take, if you want to put revenge on, it's your choice. But obviously set it to 1v1. And what you want to do, don't set it to 99. Actually, if you want to set it to 99 rounds, go for it. But, you know, I just set it to 9. And then launch it. So what you always want to do is that when you do these, make sure you're going with an open mind, you know. Always keep in mind that, you know, sometimes you're just going to mess up. Sometimes you're not gonna get it. Sometimes the game's literally, it's even known across the community of this game where you press something and you do press it and it just doesn't go. So the frustration will make you always want to give up and quit, but don't let that stop you. Let it be your motivation to get better at the game. If you're doing player versus player, oh, and that's another thing. When you do orders and daily orders, always do it player versus AI. If you want to do player versus player, that's your choice, but I prefer to do it player versus AI because, you know, when you're playing player versus player, you have a greater chance of lagging out and having like laggy connection. At least from my experience, and my Wi-Fi connection is really good. So what you want to do, just start off here, get ready, and as soon as you see it flash white, you got to parry. See right there, flash white? So literally just like sit here all day and just get down the muscle memory. Just like, see how easy it is to parry? I could parry Raider every single time. Oh, I didn't mess it up that time. Sorry, I just woke up. You gotta really get used to your character. See how Warden, if I hold the guard up and it stays white forever. So it doesn't deplete. But with Assassins, it goes away, so you have to always switch like this. Obviously, Warden is a Vanguard. He's very different. But you just sit here. Don't even attack him. Don't even kill him. Just sit here and, if you want, even let time run out. Just keep practicing. He's going to switch his guards eventually. Just keep practicing. You got to get it down. Just picture, like as soon, like, if it helps, look at his like, as soon as he swings, as soon as his swing is past his head, that's when you press it. I mean, obviously, it's more complicated that way, but if it helps you, then do it. But obviously use the mechanics that are in the game. As soon as the red arrow turns white, you press R2 while you're holding L2, the guard stance. And make sure, since you are an assassin, you must switch your guards. Let's say if I'm guarding up and it depletes, I gotta switch left and then switch back up. But you gotta do it quick. That's why you always see Peacekeepers going like this. Because that's insane with Orochis. So if it helps you, start off with a different guard from where he's swinging, so it's more of a challenge. So you have to really race yourself to it. So let's say if he's going to swing from, where's he going to swing? Let's say he's going to swing from where he is right now, right? I have to be able to parry him from a different guard. Of course, I messed up there because I couldn't do it in time. Pretty much the idea is you have to get used to parrying. Don't expect to get a parry even if you're at the same side he is. So best thing to do is, you know, make sure when you parry, always press R2 last. I have that mistake myself where I press R2 like too soon, and then that happens. And then my character attacks for some reason. Sometimes he just stands there like just then. But always just like go on a different guard. Like let's say he's gonna swing from top again. Put your guard at left, and if he swings from the opposite, just like get ready to parry. Always press R2 after, never before. So like pretty much just say as soon as he swings at you, you move your right thumbstick in the direction the attack is coming, which would be left, and then press R2. Just like I said, just keep doing this and just really picture it and like remember that in your head and picture the white flash or the red arrow, and then you'll really remember. See, white flash. White flash. And then you could even do combos where you throw, remember, always you get a guaranteed throw on the ground. If you throw the opponent when they have no stamina, they're guaranteed to fall on the ground. If they don't, then that's just stupid, because every character should. I don't think there's a single character that doesn't fall on the ground if you guard break them when they have no stamina. Always manage your stamina too. Since you are a lower level, this goes to my friend, since you're a lower level, you always want to make sure that you watch your stamina until you get better gear, or until at least you're a higher gear level. And then always when you play against people, make sure you never play against ledges and shit, because like that's always the cheapest way. Unless they're sworn to not throw you off like a dick, then don't play against ledges. But see, I could have easily just guard broke him and threw him off to the left. That's how easy it is to throw people off. But then that's why people counter guard break. Unfortunately, I don't think AI actually I don't think they guard break you once and do a 1v1. So I'm gonna have to leave this and go to a different. I'm gonna have to actually go to the how-to practice. But just sit here all day, get used to it. Let's say he throws a hit from the right. I have to be guard. Let's say I'm in the opposite stance, so left. You have to just be able to like parry from any side. So see, I messed up. You gotta get used to it. Like if you're in a 1v3, if you could parry all of them and then get revenge, like how useful is that? See, he has no one. Then look, you punish him. Try to get as many hits in. I know Warden, so like I know his mix-up and shit. But all characters are very punishable. Like all of them. So like, see, look at him, he's dead. You know, it's just all in your head. You just stay calm, breathe, relax. This game is very frustrating, but that's just because it takes a lot of skill. And if you see people who are like getting a lot of kills in games, it's because certain characters in this game do have exploits or bugs that people know how to use as a way to win. Like with Warden, I think that he still has it actually. There's a glitch where his vortex, which is, I don't even think this is vortex, I could be wrong. I don't really pay attention to that shit because I don't really care for it, because I try not to listen to what people complain about. But it's this, like they say, when you swing his zone attack, which is R1 and R2, it looks like it's coming from the opposite direction. Like it looks like, okay, so it's always going to be from the right. As you can see, he swings from the right stance. And obviously if it's your opponent, it'll be on the left. But with Warden, they say it flickers, like the red arrow turns from one side and goes to the other in like a millisecond. So people say that that's unfair. And don't get me wrong, I don't think I've ever seen that personally on like players and player versus player games. But I can say that it's something that's unfair. Because most of the time, if I fight Wardens, I never lose because of that. I lose either because they throw me off, they double team me and they just get the last hit, or they just flat out destroy me. But yeah, so you really got to take the time and practice. You can't expect to get better in a week, in 2 weeks. When I first started playing Warden, I didn't even know how to do this. I didn't even know how to do shoulder bash. Like I didn't even know what buttons to press. I didn't even know his mix-up. I didn't know anything. And now I know how to do like all his combos, his continuous shoulder bash mix-up. And I didn't even know any of that. So even sometimes, don't get me wrong, sometimes when you look at the moveset of the character, it doesn't really give you like a easy to explain way of like pressing stuff. Like it doesn't give you a, sorry about that, it doesn't give you a good like explanation. Sometimes you get confused on the button combinations, like it says R1, R3, like you get confused. And the best thing to do is just to go here, practice parrying. Parrying is a very key thing. I wouldn't say it's going to help you win every single fight, but it's going to at least give you a fighting chance. Because if you can parry your opponent when they're doing an unblockable, Like, especially Raider, his unblockable, it's so punishable. Like, think about it. If I'm right here next to a ledge, let's say that's an unblockable. Parry it, throw him off. Simple as that. And then I'm playing Dominion, I go help and I capture the flag. Now, I could easily mess up, and he hits me with it, and I'm staggered. He grabs me, I don't counter guard break, and then I easily get thrown off. Simple as that. So just sit here and do best of 9, best of 5, whatever you feel comfortable with. Raider is definitely the easiest for me, at least. Yeah, come on, look at how slow his heavy attacks are. So easily parried. That's why you see people play Raider, they just spam unblockable because their heavies are so easily parried. But then when people learn to parry their unblockables, it's even worse for Raider. So just, yeah, sit here, boom, as soon as it flashes white. Like, right now, you see? Just keep practicing that. You gotta get that muscle memory. Just picture that in your head. Like, literally just picture it. Like, picture the white arrow, like, boom. So let's say I'm in the opposite stance, boom. Because once I warm up, I do parry more. But, like, just start off with player versus AI when you do contract orders and daily orders. You know, you don't want to get upset and frustrated over players. And you will lag out more. And disconnect more and have more time loading than you would in player versus AI. Because that's just how it is. So, yeah, you just do that. And, yeah. And you go here. And then if you don't know how to... This is especially for my friend. Because she doesn't know how to counter guard break. I mean, I think she does. She just doesn't really do it. But remember, at first, I sucked. Like, I didn't even counter guard break. Like, even if I knew for a fact they were gonna do it, I couldn't. Like, it was never something I remembered. Like, I would always forget. So the best thing to do... No, what am I doing? The best thing to do... Oh, fuck. Sorry, my brain's having... Okay, here we go. So the best thing to do is to go to how-to practice. It teaches you everything you need to know, from the basics to the advanced. Always stay here too. Like, just be here for like at least 20-30 minutes a day. If you really want to get good at this game, you gotta play this game a lot. Like, you gotta fucking play it. Because I remember I didn't play this game for 4 weeks when I got upset. I was fed up with it. Wait, this might actually be the wrong practice. Oh no, obviously everybody know. Yeah, you know, you lock on to, yeah, you know, you switch guards by pressing. Yeah, this isn't even. Yeah, you know that. Switch guards. Yeah, this isn't the right one, my bad. But it shows you that if you want to even go through that, just to refresh your memory. But I don't think anybody needs to go through that, because like, I'm pretty sure everybody remembers all that. Advanced practice, that's what I meant to go to. So yeah, all you gotta do, as long as you can like counter guard break, you know, especially with assassins, deflecting is very key. Like, don't get me wrong, you know, it can be a big problem. Like, if you fuck up a deflect, you could easily get hit by their attack. But that's the thing. As soon as... It's the same thing with the parry. As soon as you see the white arrow flash, you don't press R2. Instead, for assassins, you have to... While you're holding L2, and you're in whatever guard stance, like this, you dodge to the same direction as the attack comes. So let's say the attack is coming from the left. See, look, okay, so press square as soon as the guard break connects. So real quick, I'm just gonna like finish what I'm saying. So as soon as they hit you, boom, you just dodge to the left, and your character will deflect, and you'll see sparks going over your character's like weapon, representing the deflect. Every character has a specific attack I think they can do afterwards, or if not, then you could obviously follow it up with a guard break. I don't think it's guaranteed, but you could try it and it would probably work. But so as you see, watch this, he's gonna guard break. Just sit here all day and just practice. See, now if I press it too soon, that happens. Oh no. But there's times where if I press it too soon, it won't go. Like if I press it like right now, see, we both, like, it's possible if you press it too early. So, see, just sit here, just picture, like, as soon as he touches you, see, he touched me, and just sit here. He touched me, and then press square. Just practice. When I first did this, I could never get it 5 times in a row. Now I could get it like 10 times. See, 1. Takes them a while for some weird reason. 2. You have to just keep moving. 3. As long as you keep moving, they do it every time. For some reason he's not doing it. 4, 5. See, it's all in your head. You just remember it. 6. So like as soon as he touches you, remember every character's gonna look different. But as soon as they touch you, like watch. He touches me, press square. This AI is so weird. He touches me, you press square. It's not difficult. And then the counter guard break, obviously I'm doing it, but like, just press it. Just press square as soon as, like, let's say, I know it can be hard. You're fighting them and you're going to swing or something and they guard break you and it's kind of hard to press square. You gotta be quick. Then you can obviously throw your opponent. See, you gotta be on the fly. You gotta be aware. So yeah, just do that and just sit here and do that. Now, besides from my other method I told you about parrying, obviously this practice actually does teach you to parry and it gives you like the in-depth step. So do this, but I'm just saying once you do this and actually have an idea on what to press and when to press it, go and do the duel best of 9 rounds. Do what I did a few minutes ago just to practice it, like to like really sharpen it. Like there's, ever heard of the phrase sharpen the saw? It's from a book that my high school makes us read about like 7 habits and shit. But it's like that. You got to really sharpen out the edge of the blade. Think about it. When they make the swords in the medieval times, they had to hit them a lot and like really burn them and make sure that they were hard and that they were ready for fighting. Because like, think about it. They have to be like, they're made of steel, they're made of iron, and their armor too. You know, they had to make their armor and like fire and shit. They had to make sure that stuff was good. You know, it takes time for stuff to get better, but when it gets better, as long as you continuously do it, it will stay good, if that makes sense. So like, obviously, as you can see, match the direction of your opponent's attack and use a heavy attack. R2 to parry it. Wait until your enemy's attack icon flashes. Flashes white pretty much. So you see, hold L2, move your right thumbstick in any direction it's going from, and press R2. So watch. See, I fucked up. That's what happens if you press it too soon. See, that's my mistake. I'm pressing it too soon. So if you try to parry too soon, your character will automatically attack instead of, you know, guarding. So just sit here, do this for like 10 minutes, maybe 20, depending on how bad you are at it, and then just go to the duel. And then the duel will really help your mind get better, because this is just the minions of the knights. When you actually fight the characters in the game, it helps you better understand it. So same thing, just switch your guard and just get used to, see, so he's going to swing from the left. I'm going to start off with the right and then go left. That is hard when you try to parry from the opposite stance. Once you get that down, just practice, practice, practice. That's all you can do. See, I fucked up. I pressed it too soon, therefore it leads me to attack. And I'm pretty sure if you attack that from too soon, you can't feint it. See? Yeah, you can't, because they'll hit you. And you won't be able to guard. But yeah, with assassins, you just always keep your guard switching. Like, stop it for a little bit and then keep going again. You really gotta throw off your opponent, you know? Just try to always remain on your toes, you know? Like, don't dodge too much, because they could probably catch you with a guard break. If you dodge, as soon as they try to guard break you, it's guaranteed. I don't know why, but it's guaranteed. Like, if you get guard broken as soon as you dodge, then it's guaranteed. Like, you can't get out of it. They hit you with whatever they want. You can't do nothing. See, obviously, Warden has so many attack chains. It's this endless shoulder bash combo, unless, like, you roll away from it. That's why Warden is a top tier character, because of that. He just has so many openers, like that. That in itself can open their opponent like so much. Like, look at this. You guard break into it, do a heavy. You can do whatever. A lot of characters in the game don't have stuff like that. Because then if it did, more people would be playing and less complaints would be made. But this game is still really awesome and fun. They just need to fix it. Honestly, I'll be honest, if there's one thing they need to fix, it's the fucking servers. The connection. Because like, I'd be playing player versus AI or player versus player, everybody lags out. All of a sudden there's this weird glitch where like I'm in a match with like one person and then like there's 2 of us and like there's no bots. Like we're just frozen. The game already ended and like we're just sitting there in like the world and it's frozen. But we're allowed to run around and move. Which usually afterwards your characters, you lose control of them and then the game goes to the winning screen. So just, yeah, sit here all day, practice. Obviously, you could do just focus on player versus AI. Get better at the game modes, get used to the mechanics. You really gotta play this game a lot just to get better. You can't just say, oh, I'm gonna play for a week straight, and then I'm gonna stop playing for 2 weeks, and then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna still be good. No, you have to practice. Always remember, every character has a different playstyle. Every character is better in one thing and worse in the other. Honestly, in Warden's good with damage. Warden's good with throwing off your opponent and mix-ups in my eyes. And Peacekeeper, like every character is good at the same thing at the end of the day. Think about it, like their main purpose is to kill your opponent and to do a lot of damage and try to win the fight. And if you can only do that by a certain way, then by all means do it that way. But like Warden is a really good character as long as you know how to fight with him. Warden is a really good character. But you know, don't let that stop you from being whatever character you want to play as. Like I used to main Orochi and I used to be really good with him. And I used to deflect and everything, but something told me to move over to Warden, so I was like, why not try Warden, right? And I honestly really like Warden. I got him like up 3 prestiges in like half a week. So, but that's just, I literally, all I did was play Dominion, after doing contract orders and daily orders, just sit in Dominion, player versus AI. You don't need to try super hard, just sit in one flag and just sit in that. I think the more score you get, honestly, the more score, the better you get XP, like the higher amount. Because like there's times where I get like 700 score and I get like 1,000. I get like 900 to 800 XP. And like the most you usually get half to 600 XP. Like you usually get 500 or 600. You never get more than that. Unless you get a lot of score, then you do. But yeah, just sit here and wait for it to flash white. Leveling up in this game is really easy. It would be even easier if you wouldn't lag out or get kicked out of games that take forever to load. Because then you could get more matches in, and then you could gain more XP. But yeah, this game has come a long way. This game is really good. It's just nobody notices that or realizes it, obviously, because the game's kind of in shit. But hopefully Season 2, you'll be prepared, and this game will be a lot better. And I know it will. But I'm a little worried because it seems like the new characters are going to be overpowered as well. Oh man. Just like I said, anybody watches this, if I offend you of anything I say, or if anything I say you want to correct me on, go ahead, leave it in the comments, say whatever you want. I don't really care. Don't get me wrong, I like hearing the input of others, but when the input of others is just plain out unnecessary and non-needed, there's no point in speaking. Fainting too is a good way to draw opponents. Just sit here and let's say if I got upper top, you press R2 and then press circle. You could literally do it over and over, like, see, but it's risky. So like, let's say if you try to feint and you could just barely reach back in time, so it's really risky. But just focus on counter guard breaking and parrying. That's all you need to worry about for the moment. And then once you get those down, just start working on your parrying from other guard stances. Like if I'm guarding left and he's swinging up top, I have to be able to switch in time like that. See, I'm gonna guard up and he's gonna swing right. I have to be, or I meant left. You have to be able to do that. If you could do that, then you'll be set. Remember, every player is gonna be different, you know. Don't think that just because you lose anything does mean you're like bad. You know, you just have to get better. That's it. All you gotta do is just get better. So yeah, just after you do this, just, you know, all you gotta do is, if you want to do the whole practice, this practice allows you to, it helps you better understand fighting those people in groups, like when they swing at you from multiple directions. Most people usually just switch guards. I don't know how they do that because it's too mind-boggling. But you can do that. You could just guard here and then switch, or you could just do left and right, just to guarantee guard their hits. So see, he's gonna hit me there. He hits me from there, just guard left. It's a good way to just be a challenge for the team. Let's say if you're doing Dominion, best thing to do would be just to hold off the enemy as best as you can, maybe till you get revenge, until your team comes. That's the best part about team game modes. If you have a good team, you can fend off the enemy opponent long enough until your team arrives. So let's say I'm just giving them a fight, you know, I'm trying to guard and make sure that I do damage to them as much as possible until my team gets here. Because if I can do damage, then my team could come and just finish them off. Because like, it's very hard for people to keep fighting different types of people. Like, it's not easy fighting 2-on-1, winning, and then killing whoever comes next. Like, it's hard. That's why you gotta play this game a lot, because the better you get, the better you will get. You will get better as long as you play this game a lot. Let's say I guard break, he hits me, guard break him. Sometimes they're not gonna let you guard break though. Remember, everybody's different. Some you're gonna have to try your ass off against, some you're just gonna have to run away from. Some they're just really bad, and then others just are in the middle. You just do you. It's all you can do. All you really can do, just practice, practice, practice. Like I said, just sit here, and after you do this, just go to the duel. You'll be good. You already know revenge, you don't need. But yeah, with Peacekeeper, just, yeah, definitely. Just, even if it's in your spare time, just get a couple contract orders. I'd always recommend the highest XP giving ones, which is just the 1,500. You know, if it's an easy one, do it. Yeah, don't get me wrong. Like if the 1,000 ones are easy, then do it by all means. But as you can see, look, this is, although it doesn't give a lot of XP, but you could just do this one. Like I might do this one. I don't know. I'm not really sure, but that's a good way to level up. And you just do Dominion player versus AI over and over and over and over and over and over. That's all I do. It takes time. But in due time, you will get better. This game won't seem as difficult. Every character is different. Annoying, some are fuckers, some like to fucking turtle. Every character has its own strengths and weaknesses. Unless you're Shigoki, then you fucking can have hyper armor and you don't fucking... You could swing a fucking heavy and you get hit by 2 light attacks from 2 different people and you don't get cancelled. Yeah, like, it's like stuff like that, but... every character has their own thing. Peacekeeper by far, in my eyes, is one of the most well-developed characters. Like, I only say that because she is, like, just her attacks. Like, if you fight with her and you know how and you are good at reacting and you just think about it, she's a counter-attacker. She's a counter-attacker. Orochi's a counter. This is my Orochi. You really gotta get used to it, you know? Just practice, practice, practice. You're not gonna get better. I'm telling you how to get better. I'm telling you what to do to get better, but you got to do it. You have to put in the time. I can't help you with that. You have to do that yourself. If you want, you even look stuff up on YouTube. Look up how to get better, tips and tricks. Like, even I had to do that with Warden, because I didn't even know how to freaking do his mix-up. Because, you know, when you look at their moveset, that's not always going to tell you everything you need to know. So. But the more you know, right? All you got to do is try. Just try, try, try. Keep trying, don't give up. I don't really see Peacekeeper as a necessarily overpowered or like broken character. In some fights she is broken, but she's not a broken character. It's just what she does and her moves are broken. I feel like that's what it is. Because if she was really a broken character, then like you wouldn't see people playing as her. Like, think about it. Like, if she was broken herself, then you wouldn't be able to kill people, because then she'd be so broken that like it would mess you up. Because there's times where I play as Orochi, and there's just some things about him that it's just like it happens out of nowhere. Like, there's stuff that happens that never happened. That's weird. But like the servers and shit, you know, they gotta improve on that. They gotta get better with the servers. Ubisoft has some of the worst servers ever known, but you know, they gotta fuck. If there's one thing they need to fix, like, think about it. Like, imagine trying to operate like a game like this and trying to make it like a really good game and make it last for a long time and make people have fun when they play it. How can you do that when you're fucking lagging out of every damn game? So you really gotta put the time and effort. No matter how many times you get killed, no matter how many times you lose, just keep trying. That's all you can do. So, yep. I'm gonna go do the daily orders. Oh, fuck. I have to do that with a non-bag. Alright, well, sweet. So, I'm just gonna do these 2 orders since they made them really easy, just to show you how quick you can get 800 steel a day. So I gotta do 3 duel matches with the non-Vanguard. Unfortunately, my Warden is a Vanguard, so I'm gonna have to use my Orochi. But it's not for XP, so I'm good. So I could just do it for the steel. Although it is gonna give me 300 XP, but hey, I could get more than that in a Dominion match with my Warden. Plus, I'm gonna finish this one with my Warden. So less talking, more doing. So complete 3 duel matches and then get kill 5 heroes. So I'm gonna play as my Orochi. And the weird sound you're hearing that sounds like a fart, it's not me farting, it's just I'm sitting in a chair that's all squishy, so. I haven't played as Orochi in like a while. Like I think it's been like a month, like honestly. Like I almost had him to gear rank 108, but I still played as him when they gave him the deflect buff. But I feel like they need to do something with him. Like I feel like a really good thing would be to make his top light heavy, you know, or not heavy. You know his all famous top light, how it's like super quick. If they make his side attacks that quick, then I think he'll be good, because at this point the only thing he has for him is that, and then especially Zephyr Slash, everybody knows it now. Like everybody knows what it looks like when it's fainted. But yeah, you see, I feel way different with this. Honestly I feel like quicker with this character. Like, see, just like, this is AI obviously, like you could fight AI and win, but with characters, people these days, like they don't know, like they just know better. You see, like if I do Zephyr Slash, most people wouldn't let that happen. Most people would for sure like know that, and they would parry it. And look at how slow it is. Like what? By the time they get back here, you already know they're gonna do it, and then if they cancel, it's obvious. So they need to like either make it quicker or make it unblockable or something. Round 2. Because like I feel like if they do anything with that, maybe make it so that it can't be canceled. Like if you get hit, or maybe make it like, see, if I back up after she hits me, see, you can only get that off if you do it right. But then again, people could faint and shit. People will be prepared. So I'm gonna try and deflect. Ready? Here we go. I haven't done this in a long fucking time. Oh, I did it. That's what assassins can do. It's like one of the most difficult things. But trying to do it from the top heavy is even worse. Because if you fuck up, it's horrible. See? You can deflect an attack that comes from up top. Heavy or light. I think you can deflect light attacks, but it's super hard because light attacks are quicker, so. But yeah, you know, Peacekeeper has this ability. You know, so this is what I was saying, where guard switching, you see if I just guard in one direction, it goes away. So if I guard like this and it goes away, she'll be able to hit me, watch. See? It went away so she can hit me. Even though I am guarding. So yeah, that's all it is. That's all you gotta do. See? You can deflect from the top, and if you do, and you pull off the heavy, it is officially unblockable. So. See? She hit me, but I still hit her. Just make sure if you ever do that as an assassin, obviously, you know, if you play Peacekeeper or Berserker, they can deflect, but I know that I think Orochi is the only one who has 2 unblockable attack chains afterwards, like the light attack, which is the one you saw me do, and then the heavy one, which is like slower, but it does more damage. So this is the light attack. Oh, I did it, hold on. That's the light attack one, which is unblockable. And the heavy one used to be unblockable, or it used to be blockable, but they made it unblockable. See, so she hit me and I still hit her. Deflect can be one of the most useful assets of winning a fight, but if you're fighting someone who's really good, don't expect to get it. That's why you're better off parrying, and if not, just like dodging. Trying to punish them when they fuck up. Just take the time, practice. You're gonna notice different people with different play styles all the time. All you can do is just practice and get better. So I'm gonna end it here and complete my orders. Yeah, look at that, 800 steel and every day. I have over 15, by the end of this I'll have over 15,000 steel, so that's all you gotta do. Just keep playing. You truly wanna get better, all you can do is keep playing. Hopefully this video helped. anybody, especially my friends. So just everything I did in this video, make sure you do it. Remember, if you don't see any progress at all in like the first few weeks, don't expect any. You gotta wait. You gotta play, play, play. You know, eventually you gotta take a break, but just play and play and play. So I'm gonna go. Hopefully this video helps out my friend and many other people who come across it. So yeah, peace out.